Hello everyone. Today I am going to discuss one of the important topic in real analysis, which is helpful for UG students who are studying UG now, and then who are preparing for competitive examination. It will be so helpful. So please watch it. You will get a clarity about these two definitions: least upper bound and greatest lower bound. The first, before going to discuss least upper bound and greatest lower bound, we need to know about what is upper bound and what is lower bound. Okay, first let us see the definition for upper bound. So you can see in any book the formal definition of upper bound. A real number U is said to be an upper bound of a set S if this condition satisfies: A is less than or equal to U, where A belongs to S. Okay, so U maybe belongs to the set, may not belong to the set. This is the main thing. So let us see the example. We'll get an idea. S is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need to take an element which is greatest among these elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what is the greatest element among these? You can obviously you know that 6 is greater among these elements, 7 is greater among, so 6, 7 and so on. 6 is greater than 1, 6 is greater than 2, 6 is greater than 3, 6 greater than 4, 6 greater than 5. Therefore 6 is an upper bound for this set is. Then similarly, you can take any integer which is greater than 6, 7, 8 and so on. You can take any element and you can find infinite number of upper bounds for this set. Then what about 5? 5 is greater than 1, 5 is greater than 2, and 5 is greater than 3, and 5 is greater than 4, as well as 5 is equal to 5. Okay, here notice the condition 5 equal to 5. So 5 satisfies the condition for every element. Okay, correct? 5 greater than 1, greater than 2, greater than 3, greater than 4. When we come to 5, equal to case occur. Therefore 5 is also upper bound for the set. Okay, so then what about the decimal numbers greater than 5? 5.1, 5.2, 5.3. So those are all also satisfy the same condition. If you take 5.1, 5.1 is greater than 1, 5.1 is greater than 2, and 5.1 is greater than 3, 5.1 is greater than 4, and 5.1 is greater than 5. Therefore those are all also 5.1, 5.2. like if you take any decimal number which are greater than 5 or upper bounds of the same set, yes. So now upper bounds of S is 5, 6, 7 and so on. So it satisfies the condition. But 4, what about 4? 4 cannot satisfy the condition. 4 is greater than 1, greater than 2, greater than 3. When you come to 4, 4 equal to 4 case occur. But 4 is not greater than 5, it is less than 5. So it violates the condition. Therefore, it cannot be an upper bound for this set, yes. Next, you know how to arrange the numbers in the real line. So here you can see that graphically the set is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have to choose the number which greatest among these numbers. So that is a 5 is the minimum value, it satisfies the condition, and after that it satisfies after every number of 5 which satisfies the condition of upper bound. Therefore we can write the upper bound of S is U, set of all U, such that U is greater than or equal to 5. U is greater than or equal to 5. So we have infinite number of upper bounds for the given set. It need not be unique. So what are the observations made in this example? In the previous example, yes, was not only integer upper bounds, every decimal number which are greater than 5 also upper bound of S. So that these are upper bounds of S. Upper bound may not be unique. Upper bound may or may not belongs to the set. Next, come to the definition for lower bound. This is the definition. A real number L is said to be lower bound of a set S if A is greater than or equal to L for every A belongs to S. Then example, consider the same example. S is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is the lower bound? So it is the least among the set of numbers. Okay, so what is the least element here? 1 is the least element. Then 0 satisfies the condition. 0 least among these integers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Therefore 0 is also the lower bound of the set S. Then you can take any number which is less than 1. That is 0.9, 0.8, 0.7, 0.6 and so on. Keep on decreasing actually here. So those numbers are lower bounds of the set S, and it also need not be unique, and we can find infinite number of lower bounds for the set. So here the lower bound of S is 1, 0, -1 and so on, and satisfies the condition. And 2 cannot be a lower bound, because if you take 2, 1 is less than 2. It violates the condition, therefore 2 is not the lower bound for this set. Yes. So from the real number system, you have to find the set which is least among the given set of elements. So here starts with 1, lower bound starts with 1 and keep on decreasing and goes to infinite, minus infinity. So we can write it as set of all L such that L should be strictly less than or equal to 1. So what are the observations made here again? In the previous example, lower bounds is not only integers, the decimal numbers which are lower than 1 also lower bound of S. So 1.1, 0.5, 0.9 minus 1.1 also the lower bound of S. So lower bound need not be unique, may or may not belongs to the set. These are all important things. Then next one, least upper bound. A formal definition of least upper bound. You can direct from the definition itself. You can tell what is the meaning of least upper bound. So a real number L is said to be least upper bound of a set S if it satisfies the following conditions. First thing, it should be an upper bound. From the definition itself, we can write the definition, name itself. So what is the first? It should be an upper bound, and which is least among all of the upper bounds, all other upper bounds. So L is an upper bound of S. First condition. Second condition, it should be less than or equal to U if you take any other upper bound U. Okay. So we have lot of upper bounds. You have to choose the least among those upper bounds. That is the least upper bound. Okay. For example, the same set S is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We know that what are the upper bounds of S? 5, 6, 7 and so on. So the least among those upper bounds is 5. Therefore 5 is the least among upper bound. So 5 is the least upper bound. Then from the diagram, from the real number system, you can find which is the least among all other upper bounds. Next, generally LUB is known as the supremum of a set, and it is unique actually. Upper bound need not be unique, but LUB is unique. It may or may not belongs to the set. Okay. Then greatest to lower bound. What is the definition? You can tell the definition by name itself. It should be a lower bound first, and second condition, it is the greatest among all other lower bound of a set S. For example, take S is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 the same. You know that what are the lower bounds? 1, 0, -1 and so on. What is the greatest among those one? 1. So 1 is the greatest among all other lower bounds. So GLB is 1. Then from the real number system, you can find the lower bounds of a system first and mark it which is the greatest among those lower bounds. Similarly, GLB is unique. It may or may not belongs to the set, and it is generally known as infimum of a set. Now let us see some examples. Consider the set of all natural numbers. What is the upper bound? It starts with 1 and keep on increasing, and it goes to infinite. Therefore, we cannot find any upper bound, so does not exist. What is the lower bound? It starts with 1 and it keep on increasing or decreasing. Let's keep on decreasing actually. Okay, x is less than or equal to 1. Set up all collection x such that x is less than or equal to 1. So 1 is the minimum element, that is the lower bound for the set S, and as well as you can take any element which is less than or equal to 1, also the lower bound for the set S. Then LUB, upper bound does not exist, therefore we cannot find LUB. Greatest lower bound is the greatest among of lower bounds. So 1 is the greatest element, therefore GLB is 1. For W, whole numbers starts with 0 and ends with infinite, therefore we cannot find upper bound. Lower bound is the elements which are less than or equal to 0, therefore 0 minus 0.9 minus 0.99 minus 0.8 and so on, and keep on decreasing actually. It goes to minus infinite. And the LUB does not exist. UB upper bound does not exist, therefore LUB does not exist. And what about GLB? It is 0. Greatest among all lower bounds is 0. Let's see the example. Set of all integers. So it starts with minus infinity to plus infinity. So upper bound and lower bound both does not exist. Similarly for real numbers does not exist. Consider the set S is equal to 1 by n, where n belongs to n. Here you have to replace n by natural numbers. So the set is 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 3 and so on. So here consider C starts with 1 and keep on decreasing and it goes to 0 actually. So upper bound is 1, 1.1, 1.01, 1.001 and so on. Lower bound is 0 and the numbers which are less than 0, and LUB is 1, GLB is 0. Similarly for the set n square, 1, 4, 9, 16 and so on, upper bound does not exist because it goes to infinite. Lower bound is 1 and the elements which are less than 1, 0.9, 0.8 and so on. LUB is 1, GLB is 1. Sorry, LUB does not exist, GLB is 1. Thank you for watching my video and keep on supporting me. If you have any doubts in this lecture, you can drop me a message. And if you have any doubts in any other topic, please comment me in inbox. I'll try to put video and keep supporting me. Thank you.